So many people say that they can't use AI for their business because it's unsafe.
We're in an industry where AI is very disruptive. AI is making it easier and easier for our customers to be able to build their own websites.
Anthropic's Claude told the AI engineer who it thought was working on it that it would reveal an affair that it thought that employee was having because it had access to the emails that it thought that employee had. So it threatened to blackmail over this affair in order to not be shut down.
Chatbots are like tape recorders. They can spit out nonsense.
And it can be quite dangerous. You just have to use it in the right ways and know how to set it up properly. I keep running into people, whether they're friends of mine or business owners, and they say that they're not using AI tools because they don't trust them.
It scares me in terms of the possibilities of, I don't want to change the world too many times without having some idea of the consequences of it.
They worry that their data could get leaked, or they're just unfamiliar with these tools and they're probably just making an excuse not to use them. And I do believe that they have valid concerns, but I think that they're based on misunderstandings that are costing these businesses from using AI. I'm going to break down the 5 most common reasons that people say AI is unsafe for their business, which providers are actually trustworthy, and what you can do right now to protect yourself while you're using these tools. But before we get into it, I want to thank our friends at PayPal, the exclusive sponsor for This Week in AI. Try the payment and growth platform that's trusted by millions of customers worldwide. PayPal Open. Start growing today at paypalopen.com. The first reason that most people bring up for not using AI is they say that the big model providers are using their data to train their models. This is the concern that I hear the most, and honestly, it is a legitimate question, and some of them are training on your chats. In some situations, there is potentially an Anthropic or OpenAI engineer actually reading your business strategy or whatever you're talking with it about. But the big nuance here is that it happens depending on which version of the product you're using. Typically, if you're on a free version of any of these tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, your conversation may actually be used to improve the model. But if you're using the API or an enterprise plan, it's totally different. Most of the major providers explicitly do not train on your data in those tiers. The fear is definitely valid, but the solution is really simple. All you need to do in most cases is just turn off a toggle or just go in the paid plan. The second reason is that my employees might actually leak confidential information. And this one is definitely a valid concern, and some employees have already been doing this. But in most cases, it's because people are using their personal accounts to summarize contracts, draft emails with different client details, things that you definitely don't want in an unsecured chatbot. And in most cases, the IT department has no idea. One stat that I saw is that sensitive information now makes up about 35% of what employees are putting into AI, and that's up from just almost 10% from a few years ago. The answer here is definitely not to ban AI, because banning will just drive it further underground. You want to be very open and clear about how you want your company to use AI. The third reason is that many people say, oh, I'm in a regulated industry, I can't risk it. They may be in healthcare, finance, or legal, and this is definitely one of the biggest concerns, but there is a quite simple solution. Most of the major AI providers like Anthropic, OpenAI, and Google have gone through major compliance certifications, and when you sign an enterprise agreement with them, it basically says that your data will be secure. But for example, if you're in healthcare and you put patient data into a free version of ChatGPT, then there will definitely be a HIPAA violation of some sorts. But if you're using a properly configured enterprise account with an agreement with one of the providers in place, it's a different situation and the infrastructure is there. You just have to make sure that you're signed up correctly or on the right plan, and just make sure that you read all the fine print. The fourth reason is that AI makes things up and I can't trust it, which is kind of back to hallucinations, which definitely used to be a big concern, but the reliability of these models has been going up exponentially, and I rarely see any hallucinations anymore. One thing I think about a lot is that while AI sometimes may, say the wrong thing or hallucinate, Google also has false information, Wikipedia does too. The real people at your companies may just be wrong sometimes. So when you're using AI, verify it like you would any other source. The businesses that actually get burned by AI hallucinations are the ones that treat it like final answers rather than just first drafts. And the fifth reason that I hear is that if there's a breach, then my data is exposed. And this has definitely been getting more relevant. We've seen a bunch of credential leaks, stolen login information showing up in the dark web, and things like that you definitely don't want to have to experience. But at the same time, this is also the same risk as you would have if someone stole your Google or Microsoft credentials. You just need to have strong passwords, two-factor authentication, and make sure you're using enterprise accounts, which usually have stricter access. So what should you actually do? I'm going to give you 4 practical things that you should follow. First, make sure that you're using the enterprise or API tiers, definitely not the consumer tools. This is especially the case if you're running an actual business. I would say that this part is non-negotiable. Second, just take a few minutes and create an AI use policy for your org. It doesn't have to be complicated. All it has to have is the approved tools, where the data is, where not to put the data, and things like that. The third thing is that you should just try to avoid putting confidential data in these tools. Even if it is the enterprise version, it's just good hygiene to take out anything that's super confidential. And fourth, make sure you treat AI outputs as draft, not final answers. Make sure that there's a human in the loop for anything that matters. I've definitely seen a lot of fear surrounding AI, but it's important to really understand how these tools work, and there's typically good answers to a lot of these questions. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like it below, and I'll see you next time on This Week in AI.